All right, how are we all doing today? A little bit louder. It is Anaheim, and we're right next to Disney. How are we doing today? Awesome. Are we excited for the One Piece panel? Are we excited for the One Piece panel? One more time. Are we excited for the One Piece panel? Awesome. All right, I need you guys to be a little bit louder than that, but thank you guys so much for being here. All right, so I want you to give a big round of applause as I go ahead and bring all our lovely guests to the stage. Starting out, Brina, Palencia. Brian, Mathis. Brandon, Potter. Robert, McCollum. And Ray, Hurd.
Yes. Where are we sitting there? I'll sit on the end. Book in.
We need another mic, or you just want to share a mic and give her one?
All right, one more time. Give it up for the cast of One Piece. Awesome. All right, and just to get started, if you don't mind, I already introduced you guys, so if you can introduce yourselves and the characters you play.
I'm Brina Palencia, and I voice Tony Chape.
Tony Chopper.
Yes. There's a borrow mic.
Oh, hello. I'm Brian Mathis, and I play Monkey D. Garp. And I also play one other tiny little character, and I've forgotten his name all of a sudden.
Admiral.
No, but my main character is Admiral Monkey D. Garp.
Yeah.
Woo!
Hey, gang, I'm Brandon Potter. I play Red-Haired Shanks.
Woo!
Yeah.
I am Rob McCollum, and I played Chaka and Calgara, but most am known for Don Quixote del Flamingo.
Yes. Well, I am five people in One Piece, and I think all of us have probably some point or another played multiple characters. I am Kumasi, the zombie teddy bear of Empress Perona, for those who know. Please don't hurt me, Empress. Also, Dufel, the Chicago gangster guy who was in the Big Mama arc. He almost got the treasure, you know that thing. And then, of course, I am Bamba and Babamba, the Tauntauns from the Dressrosa arc, who look nothing alike, but they happen to be brothers. And finally, I'm Admiral Kizaru in One Piece as well.
Woo!
Yeah!
That's awesome. All right, so before we go ahead and begin, are you guys natives to California or is this your first time here in Anaheim?
Neither. I've been to Anaheim before, and I lived in LA for a short amount of time, but I'm a Texas gal at the moment.
You lived in LA when you were a TV star.
I don't know that I'd go that far, but I was on TV, yeah.
Star-crossed. You were a
Oh,
star.
that's true, literally. Star-crossed.
In the TV show Star-crossed.
Yeah.
Been to California many times, a Texas boy, and always happy to be back in Southern California.
Woo!
Much like Brina Palencia, I too am a Texas gal. But I keep a place here, you know.
Brandon is also now a big-time TV star in the show The Chosen. I don't know if you've heard of it, but it's the #1 show in the world that he's in.
Yes.
Everyone needs Rob as a hype man. This is hype man Rob.
I'm
here
just
is-
a
has
PR.
no peer.
Ray has some amazing skateboards at his table. You should check it out. It's right over there. By the way, we're all right along this wall. This
Right
is the
behind
One
you.
Piece wall. I am Arkansas-born, Texas for many, many, many years, and do not live in California, but have been here before, and much prefer it because it is already 95 degrees and gross in Texas right now. And you step outside here, and it's just lovely all the time.
Lovely.
It's just always lovely. It's really annoying. No.
Also nice is because they don't have to be mad about when they go outside.
Yeah, that's true. Well, so you're close enough to Texas, Texarkana, places like that. Yeah. So he's Texan, Arkansas, and all at the same time.
But now I live in Dallas.
Yeah. Well, they think that is Texas. You know, most people think it's just Dallas. It's like, no, it's It's just the county. But I'm also from Texas. Not I've never been to Anaheim before, but I have been to California many times. So, yes, it's lovely to be here. It's been great. It's awesome to see all of these lovely faces in the audience. Just willing to check us out. So,
Are you Fort Worth?
Fort Worth,
Oh, like born and bred?
Born and bred.
Yes.
Also known as Funky Town.
Hey, I'm in Fort Worth.
I'm a
I knew
Fort
I
Worth
liked
guy.
Fort Worth.
Yeah.
I knew I liked
And you grew up
I'm a Fort
Dallas.
Worth
Fort
guy.
Worth.
Hey.
I didn't know you were
Three
from
Fort Worths.
Yeah. Well, there's a it's a TV show I'm in. I was briefly in The Chosen too.
Oh, yeah?
Blink and you miss it part, but I'm in there. Eric Avari is walking up as Nicodemus and I did through the town, and I'm like one of the guys hawking food at him. And it's
Excellent.
he actually got me more screen time, so that was pretty cool.
That's because he's good like that.
He's good like that.
Yeah.
There's a show with Ethan Hawke called
Lowdown.
Yes, and
that show's
I'm
great.
in the Lowdown. I play one of a
Really?
pair of bad cops in the Lowdown, wayward cops in the in the Lowdown. And Ethan is also from Fort Worth. Yes.
Man, you guys thought we were going to talk about One Piece. Too
Yeah, I
bad
know,
we're talking
right?
about
Yeah,
Fort Worth.
We're talking about
but I
Ethan
didn't know.
Hawke.
I didn't know Brian and you were from Fort Worth. That's the F in DFW, just in case you're wondering. Okay. So yeah. Yeah, F and the W.
So that tells you how, majority of the cast from One Piece right here is from Texas. So there you go, guys. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for being here. We really appreciate it and, for taking your time out. But before we begin, I just want to go ahead and just give you guys your flowers. I think that's the appropriate way to say it. I don't have actual flowers, but I do got words, so that's important. And it's going to take me to my next segment or my question. But, especially nowadays, right now, more than ever, One Piece resonates strongly with fans, more than ever. Like the themes and everything. But, when people forget it, right? Yeah, like I understand like the manga and everything that, One Piece is being made from. But the truth is, you guys are all breathing so much life into your characters that keeps the party going, And I just want to say seriously, thank you all so much. Now, I know Robert may say that Brina right here is the star.
He is absolutely the star of the show.
Yes,
Just
yes,
to
This
yes.
panel should be called
Yeah.
Brina and the Boys.
Wait.
Compliment me doesn't make me happy, you stupid jerk.
Yeah.
But in my eyes and all your eyes, hence why you guys are here coming far and wide, is that they're all stars in their own ways, and they've done so much to bring these wonderful characters to life. So seriously, when we needed it most, you guys are doing a wonderful job. So thank you all so much.
Thank you for your word flowers.
Word flowers. I like it.
Okay, so going into my next segment, One Piece is often viewed as an adventure story, but at its core, it explores many themes that resonates deeply with people today. Throughout the series, we've seen stories involving corrupt governments, censorship, propaganda, revolutionary moments, challenging tyranny, slavery, racism, abuses of military power, and the universal desire for freedom, belonging, and acceptance. With all of those themes in mind, why do you personally think that One Piece continues to resonate so strongly with fans worldwide today, and perhaps more than ever?
Well, I think you nailed it you nailed it as far as the themes and everything, because all of those things, unfortunately, is just a part of human nature. Those things will always exist, and it's important to have art reflect that back to us so that we can see what it's really doing, and so that we can do what we need to do to be the good people, you know what I mean? To be the good guys. Staying vigilant. But I think another reason why it resonates so much is that another important theme of the show is friendship and finding your chosen family. I think even people who have great families and have a good, relationship with their families, you still have chosen family. You still have your friends that know you in a way that your biological family can never know you, and or could ever even understand you. And so I think having this group of kind of misfit characters come together and go through so much together and accept each other on a level that really no one else in their life ever had, and understand each other, it's so special. And I think it's what every human being is always looking for and striving for, is to be a friend like that, and is to find friends like that for yourself.
We concur now.
You did well.
Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
Nothing else to add.
We all feel the same way. So
Hence the star.
I would
just
say
like
it's
we
a little
told her to say it.
disturbing. It's a little disturbing how so many things that happen in the story that is supposedly high fantasy is happening in the world in actual places. I love Doflamingo. He's one of my favorite characters to voice. I do not want that as a role model for world leaders, and I'm worried that people are taking the wrong lessons and repeating it. But the whole idea that history is written by the winners and history will be rewritten by the winners to shape the narrative they think should exist is a big part of Doflamingo's big speeches, and sadly is something we're seeing right now with books being banned and history programs being rewritten and things like that. So I love the themes of it. I'm worried that some of them are being repeated that aren't supposed to be the role models. That's my word.
Well, on that note, I'll say Happy Juneteenth for all who celebrate. That for
Speaking of Texas,
yeah, I was speaking for the Brown Texans on the panel. It's always been a Texas holiday. So the fact that it's interesting and it feels a little different that it's celebrated now nationwide. So it's something I celebrated my whole life, knowing the story and everything. At first, not knowing anything about it, but just thinking it was just a holiday. You know what I mean? But it's always been a big deal, and yeah, like you said, the themes that this show expresses, I think it's necessary, and like what Brina was saying about community and having a family outside of the family that you were birthed with. It's something to. It used to be said that it's true that it takes a village to raise a child, and a lot of times that means that it's not just, what it means is it's not just the family in your home. There's all of those other people that you can find community with, and it's kind of like what we do at these conventions. You get to find your people. You know what I mean? You get to congregate with people that are like-minded and that have the same love and fandom for the properties and these shows that you all have had the chance to indulge in. And like you, a lot of us are fans of the same things, and so it's just great to be a part of something that has had that type of impact on the world in general. I mean, heck, Luffy is now in the Macy's Day Parade. That was as of last year for the first time, and that's a first. I mean, it tells you how big it is, and there's nothing more Americana, than the Macy's Day Parade. So I mean, what it was like 4 or 5 years ago, it was Goku, and now it's Luffy. Yeah. And that's it, which is a big deal. It shows how important these roles in this show really is to people. And I'm just grateful to be a part of it.
Well, thank you guys so much for your input. I really appreciate it. And just to highlight something you all said, role models, right? And it really matters, right? Especially, and not to bring up anything political, but I will say on your social medias and everything that I've seen, and it means so much when I see what's being shared on your stories and bringing lights to like anything that's happening in the world. And it creates awareness because you guys have this platform as well, right? Not saying you have a certain responsibility, but you guys, you're our heroes when we're watching you on the screens and all these voices, but also on social media as well. So you guys are role models to so many. So thank you guys so much, truly. Okay, so jumping into a more lighter bit of a question here. There are many moments that you guys had, like special moments, many lines that you guys have said over the course of your longevity of your career with One Piece. Is there any line in particular that you could think of that resonates strongly with you, and what would it be if you don't mind sharing and why?
This one is really, really easy for me. It's I'll leave this hat with you. And that's something that Shanks says at the very beginning of the show when he passes the straw hat to Luffy. Now, this line is sort of interesting because they flash back to that moment a lot because that's where Luffy takes up the sort of Shanksy mantle and they're the Straw Hat Pirates and all that stuff. Okay, great. When they flash back to that moment, the animation is a little bit different. So we've had to re-record that line a dozen times over the years. I probably said, I'll leave this hat with you more than I've said any other, the amount of times I've said that line is more than any other lines I've had in the show, right? So I've said that line a lot. And I've seen that animation a lot, and it never gets old. It never, ever, ever gets old. It meant something the first time that I saw it, and it means something now. So yeah, that line for sure.
I have so many lines that I love for Chopper, but I think, and I need to memorize this better. But obviously there's the origin story and that moment where I'm going to paraphrase it, but he says,
Teach me to be a doctor.
that moment when he's all bruised and bloodied and just showing, like
I'll fight, and I won't stop, just like a pirate.
that's such a meaningful moment. But then also to go from that, where he wanted to, I'm gonna cry. I know, I was crying with this guy. That moment of him wanting to learn how to be a doctor and wanting to learn how to save everyone, and then cut to more recently, the Wano arc, whenever he, spoiler, whenever he is standing up, and he's literally on fire, half ice oni, and just telling everyone that he will save all of them because they all deserve to be saved, and then he did it, was such a powerful moment to me. And like, if my character is crying, I am also crying in the booth. Chopper wasn't crying in that moment, but I was, because I was so proud of him and just thinking about everything that he went through in these over 1,000 episodes to get him to that point where he could actually save everyone. It was incredible, and I will never forget it.
I guess with Garp has a lot of really poignant lines. I feel in a lot of different moments. He's such a salty, crusty, hard ass to his grandson, but he loves him. But there's a quote that I get a lot that people want me to sign, which is, "I have no sympathy for pirates, but for family I do." And I just think that's one of the things that he's hard, and he's the fist of love and all that sort of thing, but he cares about his family, his offspring, and of course his grandson. So that's one of the things that kind of sticks with me mostly.
I like "Don't worry, I'll kill everyone," because sometimes it's nice to have a character that just has a clear focus. That's right. There's no ambiguity, there's no mixed backstory, just evil for the sake of evil and chaos for the sake of chaos. Like, I love a conflicted anti-hero. I love Stain, and I love Reiner from Attack on Titan, and all these ones where you don't know, good guy, bad guy, they don't know they're... Sometimes a bad guy that's just a bad guy and is totally happy to play that role is really fun to voice. Again, not a role model, but a good character.
You should see the new Masters of the Universe. That actually, Skeletor was just like that. It was three things I was thinking as we were talking about it, and the one that hit me the most was the scene between Garp and Luffy, and this is the most impactful for me because as Kizaru is, he's very much so a hired gun. You know what I mean? I mean, he's the big guns. So when he comes in, I mean, his admiral quote is actually it's fair for what he deals with. It's unclear justice, and you semi breaking up a fight, and you're going in, because I mean that's essentially what he's doing. He goes in, breaks it up, gives the bad guys, so to speak, a chance to forfeit, because he doesn't really want to have to hurt him if he doesn't have to, but he has no problem doing it if it's necessary, and it's unclear as to whether or not he if it's real justice for him. Or not, but so that kind of resonates because I mean I've been an enforcer at times in my life where I had to be the guy to break up situations, whether it be fights or whatever, or to enforce the justice, and it was unclear as to whether or not it was completely necessary. So I get that. But the one that resonates with me the most wasn't really my character. Like I said, it was with between Garp and Luffy. And I saw this in the live action. I don't know for sure if it happened in the anime, but it was when Garp and Luffy actually fought, and at the end of it, like it hit me really hard, just as a father and as a you know and as a son. It's like, did you have to? You know, Luffy asked him, did you have to make it so hard? And he's like, yes. You know, and it was a small moment, but heavy. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, what you're trying to accomplish in life, you don't understand how serious it is and what you're really about to get into. And you need those types of people in your life to ground you, to bring you back to reality and let you know, hey man, I need you tough enough to handle what you're about to go through. So it seems like sometimes our predecessors and our teachers are, you know, might be really, really hard on us and they put us through a grind. But if you didn't have that, you know, would you be as good as you need to be or as tough as you need to be to handle the world around you? And that moment, man, it hit me so strong. Like, that's where I almost tear up, you know, because I'm like, man, you know, because I thought it was hard. Like, why would you do all this stuff? This is your grandson, you know what I'm saying? Right. But yes, you need to be tough, because I know what you're about to get into. You don't. And because you can't see it, I need to prepare you for the journey ahead. And Luffy would never have been able to accomplish the things that he accomplished had he not had that first lesson. So, you know, yeah, you know, and that's something that I think it resonates in a way with all of us. We all have had teachers that have pushed us on some level, you know what I mean? And sometimes the teacher was life. But if you hadn't experienced what you experienced, would you be as strong as you are today? You know what I mean? Could you handle what you handle today and teach someone else about it? Because that's what it's ultimately about. So,
Right.
We're going to start a podcast after this. I like it. We had more time. Oh, man. But thank you guys so much for your responses. I appreciate it. All right. So, skipping my next few questions, we're going to go right into a game quickly where I would love for you all to draw your own characters. From memory, best you can. And you have 1 minute.
Blindfolded.
right.
With your toes. All right. So while you do that, I'm going to put you on a timer, 1 minute, starting now. And ready, set, go. And if anyone would love to share a story that how One Piece has affected you directly, you guys have the mic right there. Yeah, go ahead. All right. See if it's on. All right, you guys got 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Hello. Okay, yeah, it's working. Yeah, One Piece
Nailed it.
has
I already see you
definitely
nailed it.
influenced my life. I made a lot of friends because of it. I watched it through a hard time where I, as an artist, was struggling, and it definitely motivated me because I'm like, Luffy's doing all this crap. They're all doing their own stuff, and they're still surviving, so they're able to get through it. And One Piece definitely helped push me. And what you were saying about like having someone being a hard ass on you definitely resonates with me because my mom, she's a college professor at Santa Ana College, and I go to Cal State, and I want to be an animator. And so she's always been on my case about, oh, you have to be like super good. You can't just half-ass it, like even though I wouldn't. But like she's put so much pressure on me. I'm like, God damn it, Mom, just calm down. And so, yeah. But because of that, I've definitely gotten stronger and better at art. And I recently got accepted into the BFA for my school, which is very hard to get into. So
keep going.
Thank you. It's because of her
That's
that
awesome.
I was able to get where I am. And then One Piece definitely inspired me to become a better storyteller.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. We appreciate that. All right. Markers down. All right. On the count of 3, we're going to turn it over. Well, 3, 2, 1.
All I got.
Woo! These are amazing. Okay. Brina's an artist. Brina's an artist. That's amazing.
I was getting there. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I cannot draw.
You and I have the same artistic skills. I love it.
Let me see.
That's amazing.
I should have done you.
I always draw this part because a lot of people don't know, but the reason I was cast as Doflamingo is that I'm an exact ab match. I have the exact same. It's a washboard stomach. I'm doing a load of white towels right now, but it's a washboard. It's there.
There you go.
That's why I had to draw that.
Well, thank you guys so much for playing and being here. But before we close out, I do want to say why I love closing my segments like this. It's just to showcase, the way the industry works. It's like a big triangle, right? We have the creators, like the artists, the directors, the producers, the animators, the writers, you name it. Then you have the actors who breathe that life into the characters. And then you have the fans who are the preservers and the collectors that keep the memory going. So without one, there is none. But this is kind of, obviously there's no losers here, but it's just to show you why they are so good at what they do. And why
not at the artwork part.
I'm not saying that, but you get it. One more time, give it up for yourselves, for sure. And give it up for the cast of One Piece. Oh, and one more thing before we forget, I do want to say this. We have someone here who has just released an album, and I would love for her to quickly take a minute to just talk about it, because it is amazing and she's a wonderful person.
Thank you so much. I did just release an album, and I'm actually doing a concert tomorrow night. You guys should come. Go. It's on all the streaming platforms under my name, Brina Palencia. Please go check it out.
Okay.
My concert, I don't know. It's somewhere here. Do you know where the concert is?
It's on the
Is it
schedule
here?
somewhere. Find it. We're going to be there watching. It's fun.
Yeah, it's tomorrow night. That's all I
Awesome.
got. Look at the schedule. No one told me where it is yet.
Well, again, we're on this back wall over here. Please come
Yeah,
over
come see us.
and we'd love to meet each and every one of you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.